made me squirrely.
And we are
This Is Improv!
Now, does everybody here know what improv is?
No!
Well, this lady right here in the white sweater has no clue what improv is.
We gotta tell her.
You look like it. Well, improv is acting without a script. It's basically everything that you're going to see up here tonight is us giving dialogue in the moment. So, to do that, we need the audience's help with suggestions from time to time. For example, if I were to ask you, who's your favorite band? Somebody would say,
NSYNC.
Metallica!
NSYNC, Metallica, and
Queen.
No. That can't be someone's favorite band. But yeah, that is how it will work. So throughout the night, you'll hear us asking you guys for suggestions to get a lot of these scenes going. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with you guys tonight here at the pub. Thank you. I actually went to college for comedy, so my career basically started in a bar. And so did my criminal record. Don't worry, I do not underage improv anymore. Speaking of crimes and arguments, our first game of the night is objections. Woo! Objection is a fun game where all of these players are going to turn into lawyers. In a second, I'm going to ask you guys for somebody's hot take. And these lawyers will argue and present their case to me, the judge, and I will either sustain or overrule their argument. So, does anybody have a hot take they want to hear argued?
Sweet potato is not as good as regular potato.
Sweet potato is not as good as regular potato. All right, lawyers?
Objection! Have you ever tried them with the cinnamon on top and the marshmallows? It is to die for. I mean,
Objection! Sweet potato fries with marshmallows and any kind of sugary stuff is not real fries.
Overruled.
Objection. Sweet potatoes can't even decide on their names. Are they sweet potatoes or yams? They just use the name sweet potatoes because they want to be popular.
Sustained. I want to hear more about this.
Okay, well, some vegetables, they lie. They lie a lot. And they just want to be different and special. So this yam was like, you know what? How do I be more popular? I'll call myself a sweet potato. And then...
objection, popularity's overrated.
Sustained.
So, what we were going to say is that the sweet potato is completely overrated by any measure. Like, it's just trying to be like, ooh, I'm the healthy alternative for potatoes. You're still getting starch. You're still getting, like, all those not good vegetables that you're trying to eat. And I love potatoes, but still, I can admit that sweet potatoes, they're trying to just like, oh, look at me, I'm a little healthy potato. But no. Objection! How about the other potatoes, huh? Potato chip. Potato tot, it doesn't have an identity. Sweet potatoes know who they are, okay? And they are the jam of the party, okay? And that's why they nicknamed themselves that. And that's it.
Sustained. I want to hear more about that.
Yes. It was a mixer. It was a vegetable mixer. And the sweet potato said, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm no more Mr. Sweet Guy. I'm the yam. And it was a couple of years, it was tough for Mr. Yam. He started hanging out with the wrong vegetables, all the starches, having to do all these bad things.
Objection! They're not vegetables, they are root tubers. They grow in the ground.
I don't know what that is.
There's no fertilization or pollination of those flowers. They just grow naturally underground.
I guess he's right, so I guess it's sustained.
That's right, it is sustained. I have a background in potatoes. I know a lot about potatoes. White ones, orange ones, purple ones.
Objection. You are not in Idaho. There is no college course that offers a class in potatoes.
Technically, yeah, but I guess I want to hear more about it, so overrule.
We have more about potatoes. We have long ones, we have thin ones, we have short ones. And if you cut them up, somehow they call them fries. Or crisps in Europe. Anyone want to object to that? No.
Objection. In the UK, they call them chips.
Overruled because Clayton has nothing else to say.
You can eat them skins on, skins off. Skin is where the nutrition is, kids. Eat your skins. Potato skins used to be very popular back in the 80s. Not so much anymore.
Objection, I eat the skins.
Okay, the steak.
The skin, as my fellow lawyer said, can be incredibly healthy to eat along with the rest of the potato. I know I just went on a whole rant about the sweet potato being like the fake healthy one, but like, if now I can admit that enjoying the skin is a proper part of the potato. Like, sure, it might be a little bit weird. It's like having like orange juice with like pulp.
Objection. He's meandering. It doesn't matter. Both of them have skin. What does it matter? What are you talking about here? I left my cousin Vinny in the back. He told me to take it over for a second. So there is these two youths. All right, yeah. So forget about it. You get the sweet potato. It's Thanksgiving. What are you gonna do? You have mashed potatoes. Yeah, they're there, but they're not the highlight. Where does it sit? How does it go? Turkey. Sweet potato.
Objection. A ham is a very delicate part of Thanksgiving dinners as well.
It's sustained. Yeah.
You gotta have a great old ham to go with your mashed potatoes, peas, and cranberry sauce. It's a delicate process. It's like a tea. You gotta put it all together, and that's what makes Thanksgiving special.
Objection. With tea, you just stick a bag into boiling hot water. That's not really complicated, unless I mean, come on. It is very basic. The only thing you can mess up about tea is if you put the bag in the wrong way. And the wrong way is in not in the water at all. Or you can also mess up tea by, putting it in coffee. Because, I mean, I'm sure the tea leaf would dissolve, but, you're always supposed to put...
Objection! Again! What the hell are we talking about here? Tea?
Overruled! Because what are we talking about? That was objection! That's what we're talking about! Because these two are going to be witnesses in this next game. To get us started with this game, where we're going to hear them tell us about a crime that they were the only two people to see, I need a D-list celebrity.
Kathy Griffin.
Yep, Kathy Griffin. And what small crime did Kathy Griffin commit?
Stole candy from a baby.
Kathy Griffin stole candy from a baby, and Squirrely and Clayton were the only ones to see it. Whenever you guys are ready.
We saw the whole thing. It was Kathy Griffin. She had the orange hair. Couldn't mistake it. What else did she have in her hand? She had that thing. What was that?
It was like a big, it was like an umbrella, but like it was like a propelling umbrella, and I just didn't understand. And she was wearing white after Labor Day.
That's right. She was wearing white after Labor Day, and then she was wearing those purple sneakers. I mean, who wears those?
Yeah.
Nobody wears purple sneakers anymore.
Yeah. And like, I was looking at the sneakers because I saw that they had like the light up things. I'm like, man, when was the last time I saw that? And it like really stuck with me. So I started watching, and I see her getting close to this baby, and I see her ironing down like, and I didn't believe it. And you saw it, right?
That's right. That baby, it was like a vampire. It had fangs on it, and then it started coming out, and it started attacking Kathy Griffin, right?
Yeah.
She was like all over her. She was like swatting it down, and then what was that thing? There was something that came out of the sky. What was that?
The bats?
The bat. Oh my God.
It was freaking like the daddy of the baby, freaking vampire baby situation, and I didn't understand what's going on, and I didn't know how Kathy Griffin was involved in this, but I think she might be a vampire.
Yeah, she might be a vampire, and she was out in the daytime. She was like burning up. There was like smoke all over her. Probably from smoking weed. But she was also really high at the moment, which the hair is like such an off color. I don't really think it's natural.
She was pretty high, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was
like having the munchies. That's why she was like trying to get to the candy. And the baby had so much freaking candy. And it was sneaky about it. Kept kind of freaking coming like this and stuff like that. It was insane, man.
That's right. It was insane with that baby with the candy. And you can't have candy for a baby. The teeth are like gonna rot out like by the time he's 2.
Right. And talking about the parenting, where's the mom in all this? Chitty chatty over here, while not even looking at. I'm over here 3,000 miles away. Not really, but okay. I'm over here looking, and I'm like, hey, aren't you paying attention? Come on.
That's right. I was like And then that mother was nowhere to be seen. I mean, that guy Spencer, he was kind of picking up on her. You know, we saw him a little bit later, but I'm not really sure. So I can't really say anything about Spencer because he wasn't really in the room right now.
He was not there.
I know, he was on that woman.
He wasn't there. That's
and he
my
got
statement.
pushed that. He kicked that stroller away, and then Kathy Griffin saved it, right?
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. And we were definitely not involved in any way.
No, we weren't involved at all.
At all.
Except for when Kathy Griffin was paying us that money to watch her car, and then we didn't watch it, and then we just kind of went and got beer with that money. That's right.
I got beer and I still called her Candy. You want a popsicle, dude?
Oh yeah. All right.
So for this game, our players will be a panel of experts, but the thing is, they don't know what they are the expert of. That is where you guys come in, and we will be able to ask them questions as they answer as our experts. Now, what should Clayton be an expert in?
Flies.
Flies. All right, what should Allison be an expert in?
Horses.
Oh, say that again?
Clam base.
Clam base. And what should Swirly be an expert in?
Neurological disorders.
What was that last one?
Neurological disorders.
Neurological disorders. All right, just to recap, Clayton, what are you an expert of?
Wise.
Allison, what are you an expert of?
Clam base.
Squirrely, what are you an expert of?
Neurology?
So skin disorder. Okay.
Oh, skin. Okay. I'm an expert. I know that, guys.
All right. Everyone's got their what they're an expert in, and without further ado, we'll begin. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 29th annual The Lord of the Flies, and we've been having a great panel of experts here on many fly-related inquiries for you to peruse with your ears and your eyes. And go ahead, panelist number one, please introduce yourself.
My name is Buzz Osborne. I'm not the astronaut. I just flew in here from Atlanta where there was a big dump, and I was studying all the flies and the different insects and the different species that are at the dump, and which ones really like the smelly stuff.
Very interesting, very pointed here at the annual 29th Fly Convention, whatever we called it. And you, Van, what are you an expert in?
I am Samantha C. The C is for clam. Thank you for asking. I am an expert in clam bakes.
Oh, great! Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, short and sweet, and the clams are smelly, those attract some flies, too. And you, sir, our third panelist, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Harry Johnson, and I am a neurologist. I study skin disorders. People think, what is the largest organ? They're always confused. Well, it's the epidermis.
Interesting. It is very poignant for us to learn about the skins and how fly can affect them, whether they be gone or dead or anything. Yes, indeed. Well, now, I will open up now to questions. So, does anyone have questions for any of our three panelists?
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
How much skin is too much skin?
Well, you've seen the episode of Rick and Morty when it personal space. Sometimes you need some personal space, even from your skin. Hence, Hellraiser. Sometimes you're bad, and your skin must go. But most of the time, all skin is welcome. Even the foreign skin. Even though we chop them off, it's not nice for the skin.
Very, very important information.
Yes.
Yes. Any other questions? Yes, you, ma'am.
So have you seen The Fly, the Hitchcock film?
My favorite movie of all time!
Yeah. How do you feel about the switch?
Well, in the beginning I was a bit buzzed,
Okay.
and then I really took to the film, and honestly, I was the man in the film, and now I'm doing a lot better. Thanks to the man over here who helped me with my skin condition.
It was disgusting.
I had no idea that movie was based on real life events. Any more questions to have? Yes, you now.
Yes, how should I dress for a plan date?
Well, it's very simple. You see, clinics can be very formal. You would know if you've been to one. Because if you haven't been to one, you would be completely lost and say, you know, you gotta be casual. You can't be casual at a clam bake, you know. Because I've totally been to a clam bake. I'm totally not allergic. I'm not allergic to clams at all. So you can trust me.
I trust you, 100%. Any other questions here? Yes, you, sir.
For Miss Sam Clam?
Yes.
Yes. At a clam bake, there's an eclectic mix of different seafood. How do clams stand out when faced with other types of seafood that are more popular?
Basically, scientists take a look at clams and they said, this is awful, this is a bug. But then other scientists came in and said, no, there is meat. And if there is meat in an animal, people will eat it. Except bees. Because, you know, they don't like that. So please, look closer at animals with meat in there, because people will eat meat.
Any other questions here? Yes, you, sir.
I know you're a fly specialist, but do you like flies?
I do like flies, but truth be told, I do like his cousin, the maggot. My favorite, high in protein, good in the future.
You're very, very helpful. Yes, you, ma'am.
Yes. If I pull the wings off of a fly, should I call it a walk instead?
Yes.
Short and to the point. All right, you, ma'am.
So like if you get a goiter, like what happens to the extra skin?
It sits on a shelf in my room, where I observe it twice a day. I like gorgeous oils, all of it. I even get the spare dimple juice and put it in the thing too. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. I'm not proud of it.
Very revolting, but we love that. Thank you. All right, and do we have a last question for any of our panelists here? Yes, sir.
What's your favorite part about the skins? Skin.
So, I mean, it's all over you, right? And it's just, it gets sweaty. It's like little tears come from the skin every day when you sweat. And they cry for you because they're leaking for love. I'm always leaking for love, friend. The skin is your eyeballs to your heart.
And who are we to deny love? Now, thank you all for coming, for attending the 29th Annual Fly Competition. These are our panelists.
Clayton is going to be an author of a book. So audience, I want to ask you, what is this author's name?
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly. And what is the name of Marty McFly's newest literary masterpiece?
And then there were some.
And then there were some. And what genre is then there was some?
Romance.
Romance. All right, so, hi Marty. It's so nice to have you in the studio today.
Thank you. It's very wonderful to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's just get started. Why don't you just read the title of the book for me?
What was that title again?
It's your book, so why don't you tell me?
Yes, I already forgot the title. I was drinking before I got here, wasn't it? And
Why don't you improv it? I heard that's a new thing.
Oh yes, yes. The title of my book is and I wanted to go home. Yes.
You know what? Let's go with that, and then we'll hear from your editors later if that was right or wrong. I don't have the answer to what the title of the book is. So just say that again and just say, by Marty McFly.
I wanted to go home. By Marty McFly.
Okay, you're doing this kind of like breathy thing into the mic. Can you say it a little more American man?
I want to go home. Marty McFly.
That felt like a little Canadian man. Can you try it again?
I want to go home, eh? Marty McFly.
So, what happened there?
I kind of screwed that up.
Yeah, let's just go again.
I want to go home.
You know what? Why don't we like warm up? Why don't you say it 10 times in a row really fast?
I want to go home. 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 I want to go home.
Keep it going. 10
I
more
want to go
times.
home. I want to go 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 home. I want home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home.
Okay. I'm sure there was something in there that we can use. Okay, so just say your name again for me.
Marty McFly.
Okay, well you have to say bye, Marty.
Bye, Marty McFly.
Okay, but say it like romantic. This is a romance novel after all. Alright, so let's just jump right in. Why don't you go to page 1 and then just read the name of the chapter.
I was very late for dinner. I
That's,
wanted to go home.
that's the title of the chapter?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you just say it again for me? Just a little more high pitch.
I was very late for dinner, and I wanted to go home.
Okay, and then let's just jump right in. Start reading the words on the page. I'm gonna stop you right there. I just need you to cooperate with me a little bit. Give me some energy. What you just did, it wasn't there.
I wanted to go home. I was very late for dinner.
Okay, we're talking about the words of the chapter now. You're still doing the title of the chapter?
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's okay.
I was so hungry. My wife had prepared nothing for me. She said, look at the microwave.
Do you think you can maybe do it in an Australian accent?
My wife had nothing for me.
Okay.
She said, look at the microwave, you silly ass.
Let's get a little more specific. Can you do it like Nicole Kidman?
My wife had nothing for me. She said, look in the microwave, you silly ass. Don't talk to me about
Can you
Scientology
take
anymore.
it up like 10 more decimals in your voice tone, projection, amplification, enunciation?
Was that decimals or decibels?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go home, ...
But still as Nicole Kidman.
I wanted to go home, ... And I was very hungry, ... And my wife said,
Okay, wait, hold on. I just heard that we needed to record an AMC introduction thing. Can you do that really quickly? Nicole Kidman.
AMC introduction, why not Nicole Kidman? A full one.
Thank you. Okay, let's get back into the book. All right, jump to page 63. Whenever you're ready, Nicole.
It was a dark, gloomy night in the fucking pub. Everybody was bored. Nicole Kidman was on stage.
Okay, let's just scrap that. Let's go back to the romance aspect of using your voice to like get that romantic feel going.
It was a dark, gloomy night. We were all at the Falcon. I was looking my best. I had my best push-up bra on. Everyone was
So
looking
what's
at me.
happening right now with the shoulders?
I was doing Nicole Kidman. You don't like it?
It's fine. It's nothing special. It's just fine. Do you have another body part you can utilize to help you voice record?
Of course. It was a dark and you know, and everyone was bored at the Falcon. Everyone was staring at my rack. This was a suggestion from Buckets and Pockets for later on. My wife didn't like what I wore tonight. She said, look in the microwave if you want something to eat.
All right. Why don't we just go to the last page of the book? Just read the very last line for me. But as Morgan Freeman. In 2008.
I wanted to go home.
Okay, that was like 2009 Morgan Freeman. He gets 1 year back. Nope.
I wanted to go home. But I didn't have the bus move. My car broke down. Next to this horrible woman. Her name was Brianna. She wouldn't give me a ride. I should have worn my push-up bra. And then she would have let me inside. But alas, she did not like me because I made fun of her.
That was so moving.
Was it? Oh, thank you.
You're such a wonderful author. It was a pleasure having you in here tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was the best. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Marty McFly, everyone.
This next game will be dating game. And we have Allison being our bachelorette. She is looking for love. Now, Allison, we are going to have to. I think your love was out there a minute ago. Yeah, you got to go find them.
Are you getting rid of me?
No.
Okay, one day you're gonna come crawling back to me. One day you will.
Oh, you'll be back. Soon you'll see.
Okay, she's gone.
Yeah, okay. So, Allison will not know who will be the bachelors for the dating game. Now, these bachelors can be celebrities to animated characters, anything that you guys suggest. So, what character or person should Squirrely be?
Julian.
Ash Ketchum. What character should Brianna be? Dumbledore. And what character or person should Clayton be?
Horny squirrel.
What was that?
Horny squirrel.
You horny squirrel. Okay. All right, one more time. Squirrely, your character.
Oh.
Ash Ketchum. Brianna. Clayton.
Horny squirrel.
We have quite the selection of bachelors. Now I'm going to go and get Brianna, and we can begin.
I'm right here. I mean, I'm Dumbledore.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna.
That was a test. I'm going to get Allison now. Hello and welcome to the 69th annual Who's Looking for Love? It's not me. Now, today we have our very special bachelorettes. Please introduce yourself, madam.
Hi, I am Mindy Bachelorette.
Ah, Mindy, so glad to have you here.
I was destined to be a bachelorette. It's in my last name.
Of course, that's why we found you.
Yeah.
And we have 3 extra special bachelors here who you will be able to ask individually 3 questions of your choosing. So, without any further ado, please ask your first question.
All right then. What do you look for in a relationship?
For which person?
Oh, well, for all of them. Can I do all of them?
Sure, go ahead. We'll begin with you, contestant number 1.
I look for a nice tail. A good time.
Okay.
They have their priorities straight.
and magical.
Okay, there seems to be animals here. There seems to be a pattern going.
Yeah.
I don't know that's what I was into. I did not know that.
Well, the survey says, you know, it says what it says. Now, bachelor number 3.
Hi. What I like in a partner is like electricity. I just like it when there's just sparks, and you know, I just get to catch them, and sometimes there's fights. But you know, I really been interested in magic lately. So I have these balls, and I go, and I don't know, I just can't decide, but I think one of these contestants is a Pokemon. He's dancing around. This might be I don't know. He's kind of animal. Oh God, I'm sorry. I just get distracted sometimes.
It's alright, distraction. It happens. Yeah.
Oh, seems people like animals and magic. All 3 of you. That's very interesting. I did not know that about myself either. Did not know I was into that.
The deepest surprises come from ourselves, after all.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yes. All right. That was our first round of questions. Now for our second round, Allison.
All right. Where do you picture yourself in 5 years?
Go ahead, contestant number 1.
I'm picturing myself in a big treehouse, a king-size bed, and nut everywhere.
I'm going to assume it's like the plant nut.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some planners.
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume that. Okay, you are a very.
That is a bad Pokemon.
I'm very weirded out by the person to my left, but I'm also strangely turned on.
Aren't we all?
Okay.
Go ahead, bachelor number 2.
Well, in 5 years, I see myself as dead, so I'm very old, so I would hope I'm at least 6 feet under the ground. I really don't want a shallow grave.
You know, you seem really interested in this guy. Are you like Professor Oak or something?
I am a professor, but, no, not that.
Okay.
5 years. I might have my own bike, and I choose you, Bachelorette.
Forward.
5.
Okay.
Squirtle.
I mean,
just like Squirtle.
I mean,
in the fire. No, what's it? Okay, never mind.
okay, if you're Ash, then you're like 12.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's okay. Like I'm so growing. I've been 12 for 40 years, so like it's kind of it's okay.
Yeah, you're still 12.
Okay.
Alrighty. So that was our second line of questioning. Now, shall we do the third one just for the heck of it? Because I'm pretty sure you have a good idea who things are. Or
Alright.
who people are. Yeah.
What is your idea of a romantic night?
All right, go ahead, contestant number 1.
Oh, my romantic night would be.
Okay, Mr. Squirrel, sir,
Reading some Harry
can you
Potter.
maybe stop rubbing yourself?
Some Harry Potter. Some Harry Potter.
Okay, I did not expect to see a squirrel just rubbing on Dumbledore.
Believe me, neither did I think that was necessary. For the heck of it, bachelor number 2.
Yeah, what was the question again? I got distracted by this very erotic game contestant.
Okay, what's your idea of a romantic night?
Well, I'm white, so a romantic night to me would, well, I'm white, but, so I'd like to think, what white people do on a romantic night is we go in and we watch Game of Thrones and we drink IPA.
I can verify that it's very romantic.
Yes, okay, well that is what I would do.
I'm glad I never got Hogwarts.
Okay, I want to say something.
Yes, go ahead, bachelor number 3.
I mean, since you rejected me anyways, hey Dumbledore, I know you like little kids.
Oh my
I'm leaving that life behind. Only later.
goodness. Well, it seems this has been a turn in our show. For the heck of it, go ahead and guess who your bachelors are, because I feel like they seem to be interested in the other bachelors. That's first.
You are a very excited, sensual squirrel. You're Professor Dumbledore and you're Ash.
Very, very, very good. I'm so glad you were able to guess. Now, normally you would be able to, like, take each other home, but, you know, who am I to deny love, even if it's as freaky as what we just witnessed? So, that was Dating Game, everybody. So this will be your drinking contest game. So we will be divided into two teams, with Squirrely and Brianna being one team, and Clayton and Allison being the other team. And they will basically take turns by saying questions. If they say a statement or take too long, they are out. And if you chose them, you got a drink. Now, we should begin. And, all right, so Brianna and Clayton, begin.
Where'd your hair go?
Where have you been all your life?
What are you talking about? I've been here.
How do I know you're really?
Who do you think you are?
Where did you come from?
Why do you ask me?
How long are we gonna keep doing this?
How is your hair still gone?
You're still on with that?
Do you believe?
Can we go to the mall?
When?
Can we go now?
What's up?
You haven't heard of the best Pixar movie ever?
How are you doing?
Why can't I talk about Pixar movies?
When do you want to see the new Pixar movie?
Can we see it now?
What do you have going on in an hour?
Would you believe that I have nothing going on in an hour?
Why don't you have anything going on?
Would you believe me if I told you you're my only friend?
How am I your only friend?
You don't know why you put up with me?
Where's your other friends?
Did you know?
Where's this going between us?
How is your hair still gone?
How do you keep asking the same question, just differently?
Why do you keep trying to fool me out?
Where's my money?
What are you talking about?
You don't remember you owed me money?
Why are we still talking about this?
Why can't you just admit you stole money?
When did I take this money from you?
You don't remember what happened yesterday?
Where were we yesterday?
You don't remember anything in the mall?
How am I supposed to remember the mall?
Do you have amnesia?
Do you have amnesia?
Why are we here?
When did your voice get so deep?
Why are we whispering?
You don't want to whisper?
Are we being followed?
You don't...
Weren't we supposed to project while we were up here?
Yeah.
Am I not projecting?
How long is it going to take for you to realize you got to project all of the performance?
Didn't I tell you to face the audience?
Is this another ball joke?
What are you talking about?
Is that a lifesaver around your neck?
Why would I have a lifesaver on my neck?
Are you wearing bangs now?
How do you like them?
Is it?
Are you my teacher? Are you my new improv teacher?
Do I look like an teacher?
You don't think that you look like one with the beard and the... You know.
Are man buns coming back?
Is your hair coming back?
Did I just step in that one?
Do you know what I was restraining to not say that joke?
Where'd all your ball jokes go?
Where's your hair go?
Isn't this getting tiresome?
When should I stop the ball joke?
How long is it going to take?
How long should it take?
Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Why does it matter?
All right, this will be our final round. So, can we get a round of applause for the best person on Team 1? Can we get a round of applause for Squirrely? Okay, and a round of applause for Brianna. Alrighty, Brianna, you will represent Team 1. Now, let's see who represents her.
Take your time. You'll get it.
I got it, thank you. And we'll see who will represent Team 2. A round of applause for Allison. A round of applause for Clayton. I need to hear that one again. Allison. Clayton. Alright, so the final round will be between Brianna and Allison. Alright, this will be a rapid fire. Whoever wins this wins for their team. Alright, and begin.
When do you think I'm gonna go bald?
Don't you think you're a bit rude to Clayton?
What do you think happened to his hair?
Aren't you all just a little bit insecure?
When do you think it left?
Did you learn nothing from the anti-bullying video we watched in class?
Where was I that day in class? I wasn't there. So these people are going to be going through a revolving door of a scene where we will grab a suggestion for where they are, and basically they will take turns entering and exiting the scene when I tell them to do so, remembering who they were and where they left off the last time they were there. So to get started, audience, can I please have a suggestion of a location?
GameStop.
meeting. GameStop PTA meeting. Do with that what you will. All right, so we are at a GameStop PTA meeting, and we are going to start off with, don't laugh at me. This isn't a comedy show. This is realism. We are going to start off with Squirrely.
Hi man, I'm here for like to turn in some games, and I've got all my games here, and how much do you think I'll be able to get for these games? Like $5? Okay.
You're playing this? My son played this like 3 years ago. You must become some kind of nerd or something.
Dude, who are you?
I work here. GameStop. It's the PTA meeting.
Alright,
Where's your badge?
badge?
You don't have your badge?
Like,
You gotta have a badge!
Oh, I think I'm in the wrong spot, man.
Squirrely, leave.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go find out what's going on.
Ah, these guys that don't have their badges. What a nerd!
You saw that nerd with his badge gone?
That guy with the badge, no badge, trying to sneak in here to this GameStop PTA meeting?
I know.
Oh,
Everyone knows that Chads work at GameStop.
that's right.
Yeah, with our swole muscles and our love for video games and violence.
Yeah, brother. Gotta love it.
Yeah!
Whatever you say, I'm more into Mario Brothers. Okay. We're gonna shuffle these around. You know what? I gotta go to the back room and do some stock.
Yeah, you did it, brother.
All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah, brother. Organizing all these huge games. Our stocks may be down, but it keeps on going up eventually.
Is this a PT meeting? Because I like being at GameStop. My mommy dragged me here.
Yeah. Denise dragged you here once again.
Yeah, she did. She's very into the PTA and says it gives her some sort of purpose.
Oh, purpose. We're just here to recuperate our efforts because the digital games are the thing now. I'm sorry. I loved, just having hard copies, but now it's going all digitally, and it's just so unfair. People don't appreciate having hard copies and looking at that cool art anymore. It's just so upsetting.
Do you want to play Angry Birds before my mommy gets back? She doesn't like it when I give her photos.
You count that as a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an App Store game. It's like saying Candy Crush is like the best game in existence.
Well, it's got good reviews.
Review schmooze. I mean, I'll go look in the bag for it. I need to prove you wrong. I don't know.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh, are you here to pick out a game too? My mom lets me play play Angry Birds on my phone, but deep down, I really want to play the zombie game, the gory zombie game.
Oh, that's hot. That's cool. I'm actually here. They said it was a PTA meeting.
Yeah,
And,
I know. I'm here too. My mom dragged me.
I don't get it though. They're like trying to make us stop playing video games.
No, I don't like that rule either, but my mom says I have to focus on school. Well, I don't need school.
Yeah, we need video games.
I know.
Is this where we fight for a right, like to like game and stuff?
I think the way my mom does it is put it to a vote.
Allison, leave.
I like votes.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find that zombie game before my mom was looking again.
Okay. Find some recruiters. We're gonna stop this thing. Okay. Tudor,
Wait a second.
Oh, no, dude, I got it back.
Here's your badge.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay,
All right, look, I want to have a voice too, man. Like, I'm not a teacher or a parent, but like, I play video games, man.
Squirrely, leave.
Okay, well, if you're gonna play some video games, then we're gonna have to play later.
All right, well, I'll be back. I'm coming with petitions, man.
Hey, you better support our stonks.
Get a load of this guy, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, he figures to just wander in here and just like, hey, video games. So, like, some of us have jobs, you know. It's not easy being a GameStop employee.
I got a new invention.
Yeah.
See these new game controllers? See all these buttons? I got something new that you're really gonna love.
Yeah.
It's called a joystick. Look at this.
Man,
It's a one button, and you go like this. Check it out. Try it.
you never know what Nintendo will think of next.
Like, leave.
Oh, it's drifting a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna go play with the joystick. I'll be back.
Well, there'll be major repercussions if this, like, drifts all the time. You don't think that's a problem for consumers?
You know what, mister? You were right. Angry Birds sucks. I want to play a new zombie game.
Well. Glad to see you finally joined the right side of history.
I want to play zombie game even though my mom won't let me.
I can recommend you quite a few zombie games because, like, hey, Emperor is just a suggestion anyways. So,
Oh, yeah.
Like, what do you want to play? Like, you know, Dead Island, you know, Dead Rising, Call of Duty, Zombies.
Which one is the glorious?
Oh, that would have to be, well, they all have their equal goriness, some more than others, but, you know, I'm gonna check on those wacky characters, I mean, those Call of Duty Zombies characters, they're a hoot.
I want to make my mom cry.
Hey, dude, did you find those recruits? We're gonna take this place by storm. I mean, do you remember when GameStop was like a stock and stuff? It was like diamond hands and other words like that.
Yeah. My grandpa says there used to be this place called Radio Shack.
He's a dinosaur, man.
He really is.
So, don't let that guy give you a hard time about Angry Birds. Sometimes you just want to flick some birds into some shit, man.
I know, but I want to play zombies now. That's the old me. Angry Birds is the old me. I'm going into a new age with killing zombies.
Alright, I can rock Willy with that, man. Alright. Well, I'm gonna hit this and try to tell these moms. I saw Karen down there with the little haircut. That's my first one I'm gonna go with.
And scene.
Alright, so Squirrely and Allison will be each taking 4 individual pieces of paper within the buckets. And they have no idea what has been written on here because it has been written by you guys, the audience. So they'll be in a seat, and whenever I say when, is there a bell here? Did we get a bell?
No bell. No.
Okay. Alright, so I will just say word, and then they'll go and draw one of their cards. And without further ado, can we get a location for Allison and Squirrely?
The desert.
The desert, and can we get a relationship?
Explorers.
All right, explorers in the desert. This is buckets and pockets, and begin.
Is there an oasis nearby at all?
Where are we? We've been going this way for 3 hours and 2 days.
How do you know? We don't have a map in this place.
The sun came down, up and down twice.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. There's gotta be an oasis. But wait, isn't that like when you like see something else? Or,
I'll also draw a card.
Okay. Well, I heard oasis is like this one time my teacher wouldn't let me pee, so that's what an oasis is.
It's just kind of just like, and it shines too, like in the sun.
Yeah, it just flows.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's got sand here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Squirrely, draw a card.
But you know what they say.
What do they say?
Can you say that in a French accent?
What does it say?
See, I mean, you see now, it just makes everything better. Because, like, we get to role play. And, like, as explorers, yes, we're exploring the world. But when do we explore each other?
We could have just done this during our last D&D session.
Yeah. Then I thought the sand would be romantic, you know, and find things. Discovery. Discovery is everything.
I also draw a card.
You know, discovery isn't everything. You know what's everything? Are you my mother?
I've gone over this again. You woke up in the coma. I was the first person you saw. That doesn't make me your mother, okay? We've been dating. We're exploring. Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark. We got this. We're just in the desert, okay?
I really miss my mom, though.
Squirrely, draw a card.
Look, do you remember the last thing your mother said before she left us?
What did she say?
Just butter me up. She wanted to get cremated, and she wanted to make sure she was, seasoned correctly.
Well, she died with dignity, I think. I mean, personally, I would have gone with cilantro, and I know oregano is supposed to get rid of scents.
You don't think? Yeah, I mean, those seasonings are pretty good. I just don't know if you wanted to get eaten and cooked, and it got really weird. It started smelling kind of good, and it was a bad day for everybody. Yeah, but it's gonna be okay, because we're gonna find that French oasis somewhere amongst this buttery corpse.
You know how much longer we have? You know how much longer we have? You are, by far, the most beautiful bum victim I've ever met. That is how long we have.
So is it to the beer girls up to here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's about 4 minutes.
Okay.
So.
Okay, we got time.
Yeah, okay. But I do have to get this off my chest.
All right, Squirrely, draw a card.
No. Wrong one. My back feels your pain.
That is so sweet. You know what I say to that? Winning. Together, you and I are winning.
We are. Because you're a pain in my back.
And you're not my mother.
No, not today. Not ever. But check my tongue. It could be a stroke.
Oh man. Should have known there'd be a heat stroke in the desert.
Yeah. We need to find some water.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait. We can wait for the rain. I saw this thing on a loan, and you make a receptacle, and then you make the water, and it makes a little cone, and the condensation from the sun, and it suns and droplets.
Okay.
You want to build that?
Okay, I think you're losing it. Do you want to just keep looking for the oasis together?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go.
do that.
And that's Buckets and Pockets.
Woo!